Good morning, y'all. I think I'll do a short video to show you what's going on in the garden. It's the week after July the 4th, and it's hot weather, lots of bugs, but we've had rain, so that's a good thing. This is the lavender that right here, I cut this lavender back, and it's coming out. It seems to be good. So I don't really know how to grow lavender very well, but I get a harvest every year, so I guess I'm doing something right. Anyway, here is the garden, an overview, and then I'll show you a few things individually. The mountain mint right here is just wonderful. The pollinators love it. It's usually full, especially late in the day, but earlier in the morning it's not quite as full, but they really like it. These are dahlias that I bought from Freilich Farms. This Melissa does that. She's a wonderful flower farmer, and these, since she's in South Carolina and I'm in Georgia, I thought that maybe they would do better in my climate because I'm buying from up north, and I bought some from out west, and they just have not done as well. And these have done really well. Every one came up. So the peppers are doing good. Let's see if we can see yep, there's the cocoon hiding in there, if you can see it. Anyway, sunflowers, crepe myrtle back there, an Australian shepherd. These are fun. These are Love Lies Bleeding amaranth, and here is green tassels amaranth. I really like those. I've had the seeds probably several years and just never planted them, and this year I decided to make room for them. And there's some small sunflowers that are not quite blooming. Here's the okra. It's looking really good. It's got some baby okra. The tomatoes didn't do so well, but we've gotten some off of them. The cherry tomatoes back there are still hanging on a little bit, and greasy beans are coming along. These beds are being cleared out for another planting, and I might put in collards and maybe another planting of beans. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to plant. The parsley's gone to seed, and this is a Gloriosa, I think, daisy that I grew from seed several years ago, and they've come up volunteer there, so that's good. Okay, let's look at the dahlias right after we look at the nasturtiums. If you don't grow them, y'all, you should, because they are just very rewarding. They just keep on and on. And I pick them, put them in a little vase on the table, and they are edible, so you can eat them, look at them. They're good for a lot of things. Okay, the cleome, that's got a little story behind it. Mama handed me a little pot with 2 cleome plants in it right before she died. It was the month before she died. And she had gotten the seeds from around Lake Junaluska. And she was so excited that she had planted them and she wanted to share with them. And so we had just bought this house, and I planted the 2 in the front in a place that really wasn't very conducive to growing flowers. But they grew, and then I thought I had lost them, and none came up for a year or 2, and then all of a sudden one came up, and I transplanted it to the backyard. And when I did, I don't think I've been without cleome since then, because it really does. It's prolific. There's one, and I have to pull them up. They come up so easily that it's just full back there. They're all in back here, and I have to pull them up constantly. But I let a few go to seed every year. And that's my mama plant. So here's the dahlias. They're beginning to bloom. I pick them most every day to keep them blooming. And I'll enjoy having them in the house too. This one is just pinhill watermelon, and it just keeps on pouting. I don't know what its problem is, but I like flowers, so I just let it go. And this is, let's see if I can focus it. Yes, Cafe au lait Royale, and last year it was puny, very puny, and this year it's not. And some of these flowers, some of these dahlias, especially the ones that I've bought from the northern suppliers, it takes them 2 years, and I leave them in the ground in the winter, and then they the second year they usually do much better. Here is a Cafe au lait, and I don't know what's with it. It's not blooming yet. It's come up, it looks healthy. There it is, it's been fertilized, and it's not blooming. This one is blooming, and the tags don't quite keep the records like they should. I don't know who I bought it from, but I know that the one behind me is not as good as this one over here. But anyway, this one I really love, and I don't know, I'm gonna have to research it to find out who it is. It's nice. I like it when they start blooming. It's fun. This one's Big Brother, and I don't know that I've had a bloom on it before this year. Dahlias are just a work in progress. I learn as I go. Some die, some do well. Some do well for 1 year, and some it takes 2 years. So anyway, there was one right there in that bare spot. That was Ruby Foss, and she did so well for 2 years that I was recommending her to anybody that would think about growing dahlias. And then this year she just melted and died. And the one next to her is not so healthy either. But anyway, that's my dahlia stories. Here's the eucalyptus, and it does really well. There's 2 dahlias over there. So I guess you can tell I've expanded, and now I have dahlias in 3 different places. Oh my. Anyway, it's a good time of year for gardening and for harvesting, and things start coming in this time of year. Oh, here's one more little thing. This is Globe Amaranth, and this is an orange one. I just love it. I love that. I have grown Globe Amaranth for years, along with the zinnias. And I hope you enjoy looking around. I do these to keep a record of what's going on here. And we have Lily. We have Lily. She just passed her second gotcha day here. Come here, Teeny. And Teeny, she's a sweetheart, but she's a little mischievous. The 2 of them together, they're fun. Anyway, this is it. That's Miss Huff, and the daylily was here when we got here. So that's an old heirloom daylily. I hope y'all are having a good weekend, and that you're getting to garden some. So till next time, this is Mona at Winterpast.